Masiyekeni madoda ukoyika abafazi bethu singahoya abantwana esabamithisayo before sitshate. I want to say it again. Ukuba indoda yindoda. Indoda yasimela isimoko sayo. And ezinye zesimoko zethu sasisithi siyadlala simithisa abantwana. Those children didn't invite to be here. It was I and you having fun. And that fun produced a fun with ears and eyes. It is not that boy's responsibility. It is not girl's responsibility to be raised by somebody else. It is my responsibility and your responsibility. Ngoba ukuba abantwana bethu abakhuliswa sithi bazakhuliswa zizigebenga yoyekani ukoyika abafazi benu ngeresponsibility yenu. Whenever I address people, I tell people that I have 6 children. And you'll discover that in the majority of those children are children in the and they are my children. They are my legacy. And they are my life. Children are children. Udati indumiso indoda enonyane esandleni sayo ifana nendoda ephethe intolo. There is no better child umntana omthatho ngongathi omnye umntana wenzelwa phansi kwebhedi. They were all done in bed. And one of the traps, madodana, as we want a new man in this nation, one of the traps, there's a new trend. Mauntshontsha umuntu. Nintshontsana nomuntu. La madoda angekho yiselwa. Athi umuntu hayi ndicela nje umntana. Does that sound familiar? Andizofuna nto kuwe. I just want a child from you. Akhona into ndizayifuna kuwe. Uyaxoka igazi lizawufuna enye igazi. It never happens. She might say it, but that child would want his father one day, because the father is a pattern of life. Ebanda kwethu singoyiswa kukucenga abafazi bethu. Umfazi kaloku akongonyamela uba wawumoshile ubafihlile abantwana uyakwazi umcenga umfazi. Umfazi wakho waziwa ngwapha abanjwa khona xa ufuna ulungelo. Let's not hide and want to be seen as this family men that have 4 children. Ngelo xesha kukho inhloko ezininzi ezizezethu all over the country. A true man is a man emaye ecango esimoko sayo. And I want to challenge each one of us that let us not drop our children, because they came unplanned. Even if you say ndawanditrepa lo mntana, wayengasoza kutrepe kaloku uba wayifakile ikondom. Yangazange akutrepe. But kaloku utrepe kalula ngoba wenza nje. Xa wenza nje uzawufumana nje. And I want to say, I see young men here. And young men, do you know what? Uthixo, giving birth to a child, is not actually, I always thought into ba mangizala abantwana adla ngamandla ndicontinuisa ne-lineage yakwaGetja. That's not God's purpose. Because the surname that I have, kaGetja, is not my original surname. So how do I perpetuate legacy kaGetja? And many of you, the surnames that you have nothing to do with you. Abanye benu ngoJames and bazalwa nguJames waphi lo. Pha kuthe emampondweni ukuGetja kukuphosa. Apha nithi Getja intoni ligaba. My great grandfather was a child of Isithembu. And you know what happens with Isithembu? Kuyaliwa. And because they were children of this man who was a king, so they had to run away And because my grandfather's enemies always wanted to kill him, and they never managed to kill him, he ended up in Geja. And that's not my original surname. But what is God's purpose for giving birth to a child? It is found in the book of Isaiah. For unto us a child is born, a son is given. Every time a child is born, uthi Thixo lo mntana uzawucorrect mistakes zikatata wakhe. If you look at how Jesus is portrayed in the scripture, it says that xa ezalwa lo mntana kuzaba ngathi kuthi chapha kwelanga ekubeni lokusibekela. So the transformation of giving birth is not to pass on your genes. It's that your child may correct your mistakes. The mistakes that we did of neglecting our children must not find resonance in your lifetime. The mistakes that we did of proving our manhood by the number of women we slept with must not find resonance in you. We were raised to be machines, not human beings. At the age of 30, it's happening now. Young men, because they want to perform better in bed. You are not a machine, you are a human being. Umntakabani lo uzamdla ngempeso ekuthiwa khona etusele emanzi iyaphakama intonga. Abazokhutshwa ndim bazazihambela ngicela amanzi. Abazazihambela. And the danger we have allowed the world to see us as performers. That is why when you are retrenched, you don't find meaning in your house, because all what you did in your house was to give money. You didn't take care of your children. You didn't listen to your children. You didn't listen to your wife. Because you are a performer. True masculinity says, at the given time. Take it or leave it. They don't tell you the danger of these performing things. And it's jayo. At 50, because your system will be used every kickstart way. Don't fall into those traps. When an old man of 70 is in Pakami, and the bottle is not going to make mahluko, but the bottle is to enhance heart rate, because intonga mayihambelane ne-heartbeat yakho. Zihamba zonke. You can't have intonga engaphezu kwe-heartbeat, uzawufa. Okwesithathu, don't fall into the same traps that we fell in as young men. Okwesithathu ngokugqibela, we've been made performers. There's a new market of enlarging itotosi zethu. Izawungena phi le nto imedolweni? Ngoba kaloku le line uzawungena kuye i-maximum is 21 centimeters. I-maximum leyo. Uba ke ngoku uzawutsho ngento emedolweni, ithetha masuba umanda uzobufa ngoba ubuninzi bale nto bungaphandle. Don't allow yourselves to be converted into performers. Be true human beings. And true masculinity is to say to us, no matter what happens, we celebrate who we are. We are true beings. And as Joseph corrected in mistakes of Adam, I shall correct the mistakes of my fathers. Not in a judgmental way, but I will grow from them. Niyakhumbule Eden, uAdam woyiswa nguEva watya, kodwa kwaPotifaro uJoseph wathi laa nto yeyenzwe nguAdam andizoyenza mna. We trust you to be that breed of young men. As we say, raise the boy child. Look at our mistakes. Don't